Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. See, we have Half Pint with us. Hello, Half Pint. Welcome. We're going to be playing the DLC for Home Safety Hotline. We played through the base game a couple of streams ago, and it was pretty fun. What the kids are calling analog horror. Oof. Kneecap injury is pretty bad. Flazer, I haven't been doing those because I've been trying to start early, and I have to pick 2 of my 3 streams to do if I start early. And that one, a lot of people came through that one, but not a lot of people stayed. I may yet continue to do it if I start at times like this. We'll have to see. Cyber, doing well. Past the initial sick, my seasonal cough is back, which is so very much not fun. But, I have mitigations for that. Basketball, huh? I mean, that seems like a risky proposition, giving a messed up knee. Let's see. Let's pop in here. The kitties are getting into their various positions. You can just see Sky's paws up there on the cat tree, just before the cat tree. There he comes. So from where Ember's sitting, you can see a little tan, triangle there. That's a soft set of steps that lead up to a little canvas bridge that goes up a bit and across a ways to where Sky is. It is one of the transit points. But this is Home Safety Hotline. It is a kind of in the past setting game. Hey there, huge fan. Yep. Someday, if I have the resources, I would like to set up not only more cameras, but more and better cameras. I have a testing PoE camera that is much better, much easier to use, but it would require infrastructure that I don't have I have a way to rig it up, but I don't have a good way to rig it up. I'd like to get that, and I'd also like to get walkways and whatnot all over the place. Give them space to run around wherever they want. Mason is crying off in a corner for some reason. But this is Home Safety Hotline. Now, we've played through the entirety of the base game. We didn't hit the 100% marker, but I don't plan on going for that. To some extent, some of that's a lot of prior knowledge because some of the questions are kind of gotcha questions. But they have a DLC called Seasonal Worker, which seems to be, winter themed. Now, I may give the developer a bit of trust here and turn the sound on again. Unemployment immunity. Where is it? Okay. We're keeping the bass music down, but we're going to have the audio on. There are videos that will have music. The developer used music or put the music in a position where it is globally licensed by YouTube, forever. So as long as they have done that again, this VOD will stay up. But if it turns out they used music that they don't fully control the license to, then this VOD will go away. Just heads up. Leak. Matter, Mason. User Rebecca. Okay. Previously, we were user guest number 036, I think. Something like that. And you do have to double-click. From Home Safety Hotline Corporate. Rebecca, all of us here at Home Safety Hotline are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busiest and most vital work weeks. While we only get to experience your talent for 1 week every year, we just want you to know that you are highly valued here and an important member of the HSH family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We're all counting on you. P.S. We were not able to allocate funds for your requested raise. We're all having to pitch in here to make Home Safety Hotline profitable. Anytime you get a letter that includes things like, we're ever so grateful, everything that follows that can usually be replaced with, that we don't have to compensate you for this extra work. You eventually start to learn corporate code speak. Stuff like highly valued here, you know? That means you do more work than we pay you for, and we're giving you a nod for that with the hopes that you won't realize it. All the outrage over quiet quitting is BS. Work your wage. From Rodney. Dog. Pretty much, huge fan. Pretty much. There are a lot of businesses that make excess profits that they really shouldn't be by exploiting people. And a lot of people have come to expect the value that comes from that. Things like fast food being like so much more expensive now. There's an aspect of, supply chains and all of that having changed. There is steady inflation. All of those normal forces, things you can't really deal with on the ground. But there's also we aren't paying anybody anymore, and yet we're still acting as if we have all of these major cost factors. And they're not. So if you feel like you're getting overworked and they're asking you to do things that are outside of your contract, you don't have to. This is especially true of very shady Home Safety Hotline call centers. We did have to shut down 3 locations across town, cut staffing 50% below minimum, and expect you to work not overtime every day. But we really value you. That's why it's always important to actually read your employee contract and learn your local labor laws. If for no other reason than a successful labor lawsuit can be very profitable for you. Let's see. I heard you were back in the office today. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, are you? I know you wouldn't dare forget. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party. Smiley face. Anyway, glad to have you back. See you around. HSH Observatory. Daily Twilight Report. December 22nd, 96. The base home safety hotline happens before this. Phenomenon first sighted in Nunavut at approximately 0400. Estimated proximity around 300,000 miles or 482,803.2 kilometers. Current risk profile, low to moderate. So this is a fun thing. This is a call-in line that initially when you encounter it is benign stuff. House fires, termites, those kind of things, advising people on how to deal with that kind of stuff. But it very quickly tumbles downhill into paranormal entities and the whatnot. Ostensibly, we're going to start in that same place because of these very mundane emails. But this observatory one is, why does a home safety hotline need to have an observatory, let alone a daily report in the night on phenomenon? It's our mailbox. Okay, in we go. Oh, 3 days until Christmas. Cheer levels, 100%. Huh. Click. Anybody interact with an actual physical clock-in system like this? Like, where you have to go to a computer that's wildly out of date and similar and actually click a button with your, like, employee ID?
It is I, Carol. It is good to have you back in our employ, Rebecca. Thou art a lifesaver every season, and thy yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
So her pattern of speech, it is I, thou art, is very akin to her speech pattern towards the end of the base game, where she is starting to reveal herself as a fey creature. I would say that the plant life accoutrement there is also an indication that she's staying that way, but I would say she might just be acting as a fun and quirky office manager. And I do apologize in advance. Like I said, my cough is back, so I will need to mute periodically throughout streams as to not deafen you, because it can be very loud. Okay, so we still have a lot of the paranormal creatures right away. Growing antlers. We have avalanches.
Can you send over an electrician? Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Please hold.
We're gonna need to check stuff, but there's also just, like, you have an electrical outage. It might not be a creature. Like, sinking foundations, not paranormal. Like, lights flickering on and off could be a boggart. They mess with electricity. And I'm not seeing anything regular for that. I mean, a lamp sprite can cause flickering lights, but they don't mention, like, a burning smell. Alright, well, I'm gonna guess that it's a boggart. I keep forgetting you do it this way. You use the drop down that happens after you submit answer. Oh, that was wrong. We have a cheer level.
Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Ah, expect for more. Send someone over quickly.
Please hold.
I mean, it could just be mice.
Ah, it's huge! I saw it scurry into the cupboard. Ah, expect for more. Send someone over quickly.
Don't. Okay. It's mice. I don't know what the first one would have been. I mean, maybe it was Lamp Sprite?
I think some kids are building some forts on our property. I'm looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle. I need someone to come and take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
Please
Okay.
hold.
We have something wet in the living room and big mounds out in the yard. We need to account for both of those concepts. Okay. There is no sinking around it, but... So we have mounds and dampness. Forgotten Boggart. Apparently, the face of the Mountain Warlock is a Halloween mask that the one of the creators of this game had as a child. No. Wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, and strange snow formations. Okay, snow golems. Ambulatory humanoid mounds of snow. And the wet floors would imply they're getting into the house.
The wild man is real. I've seen him. I've seen him. I know you people know about things like this. I know what you really do. I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
That sounds like the Forgotten Boggart, actually.
Please hold.
Let's look here. Wild roaming subspecies of boggart that are untethered from memory. They are known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations such as forests or mountains, till they find a new home with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Homeowners that are attracted to a forgotten boggart often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. Harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence. SCP would often call that a cognito hazard. Knowing about it is part of the danger of it, or is part of a risk of encountering it. And not knowing about it prevents encounter. Okay.
Please hold.
So, one possibility that I don't want to rule out, carbon monoxide. Headaches, dizziness, and lethargy. But let's look at some of the new critters here. We need something that... Seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptom of a berry red growth that emerges from the mammalian proboscis. Commonly occurs in wild animals, but can be transferred to humans via the spores it releases once blossomed. Sugar wisp. For its sweet, plum-like aroma and ability to influence the dreams and appetites. Afflicted often report an intense craving for sweets, dreams of dancing orbs, and malnourishment. Sustained exposure can lead to mild to severe medical problems ranging from tooth decay to diabetes to starvation. Possibly? Possibly. Time wisp. See, the need more could be like, I can't breathe, you know? The false artifact. Not the Fey Flu or Feast. We have no indication that it would be an elf. Definitely not Dorcha or a Hob. It's not an avalanche. I'm guessing carbon monoxide. I'm guessing that he's having trouble breathing. It was not carbon monoxide. Some of these are way vaguer. I feel like they're trying to up the difficulty, but they've missed the mark.
I'm afraid the info you sent didn't seem to fact, the tree actually caught fire, so, I guess we're doing without that this year. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know.
If I had to guess, then, again, lamp sprite. But they did not call out any of the other relevant symptoms of either of them. So that is a guess. You have to guess. Because boggarts will mess with your electricity. Yeah, electrical outages. But the flickering, I think, was the key factor. I don't know what that tells us. I mean, was the I need more supposed to call out sugar wisps?
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Still sounds like mice.
Please hold.
Round droppings, gnaw marks. Doesn't have scratching, but round pellets. Hey there, Isis. Oof. You're a creepy one. This is the title creature and the game shop, the shop for the game. Increased heat, clattering, and banging, finding rubble or holes in the basement cellar. Banging doesn't sound like, scratching. Bats? Bats wouldn't be round droppings or pellets. Oh, dry pellets. It's bats. Scratching or flapping. Again, discreetly call out a symptom. What do you mean? I have concerns. Again, feels like they wanted to ramp difficulty, but missed some of the charm of the prior, and that the calls would give you more information than they are. Things that you could use to actually suss out the details. See this yet? Everyone keeps forwarding this to me. I can't tell if they are taking it seriously or not, but either way, it's hilarious. Thought you'd get a kick out of it. Chain letter. On this day, December 23rd, 23 years ago, Alice Prairie fell into a lake and drowned while ice skating. You don't forward this to 5 other people by tonight, you will drown in the next lake you visit. Since I've referenced SCP, I think there was another one. It's something like "You don't see anyone in the lake" is the title. Okay, the phenomenon is getting closer. Looks like an aurora, clearly not. Risk profile moderate. All right, let's see if we can do better than 50%. Hey there, Sasha. Welcome. And now we wait.
Greetings, Rebecca. It is Carol again. There have been reports of some new activity, so we have gone ahead and made some new information available to thee. I pray things are going well thus far. Thou knowest as well as I what is at stake. I do hope to see thee soon, Rebecca.
Frost Wisp. Semi-transparent crystallized orbs. Shivering sensations, chill air in otherwise warm places. Lingering thoughts of mortality.
I need someone to come fix our windows. I fear there's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. I'm hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I've already caught something dreadful during our last hosted function, and I don't intend for it to happen again.
Okay, terrible draft immediately puts us in mind of the Frost Wisp. Humanoid, pale human, slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Slimy transparent stuff. Near open doors. Steals warmth. But it's much more severe. Skeletal horse. Each 10-foot tall cave-dwelling creature. Highly contagious seasonal virus, rapid growth of white hair. The Yule Men and the Yule Cat are some creepy European folklore around the winter or Christmas months. Hissing, growling paw prints. Of the if you're bad, they'll kill you variety of fable, Shaped apparition. Okay. It's already caught something terrible, and I don't intend to happen again. A draft, so I'm gonna say frost wisp. Because worries about sickness, bad sickness, could be thoughts of your own mortality. It was not.
This packet you sent doesn't make any sense, and there is still something in our basement. I'm calling Papa Paul's pest control from now on.
Yeah, they're saying it was mice because they. Holding out hope. But.
Oh, God, I'm dead. I'm dead and I'm only 33. Please say I can change this. Please say I can change it.
Please hold.
The Dorcha was something that was inevitable. Hey there, Thunder. I mean, average lifespan is like 70. At least in the US. So he's only like 50% old. Again, Dorcha is inevitable death, but this is all we've got. Screeching. Frozen and killed, some slimy object seen. It would have been a hailstorm. Place objects and people in time, active at night. Very much not. Desired benefit or immense existential dread. That have witnessed their fates to be. Okay, I'm going to say Time Wisp. Okay, got that one right. A key thing with this kind of game is a sense that you could have guessed right. You never want a situation where it feels like you have to guess because they do not give you enough info. It doesn't have to be discrete. It can be inferred. There was one in the last one where you could have said trash gnomes, but there was a symptom that it indicated.
Heed this warning, Rebecca. You know as well as I the potential consequences of failure during this time. But perhaps this reminder may serve to further stoke thy fire. Please, for all our sakes, answer future calls with careful consideration of the cost we all pay, Rebecca.
This is the "you're doing badly" warning. But the last one had something that was, there was a lot of trash around and smell of sulfur, which is a sign of a trash gnome. But they also include an indication of a big mound of, like, what they describe as, like, brown gunk or something like that on the table. And a fey feast can match that description. And if a fey feast is left out too long, it rots, and that can attract a trash gnome. The actual problem is the feast.
It's been screaming like hell for the past hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or touch it myself. My son is only 10 years old, and he's very worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
Please hold.
Can that be the mayor? Skeletal horse-like humanoid, draped in a variety of tinsel and fabric, known for its distinct song-like screeching. It's that. So, if you listen really closely during this, you're able to hear it at about, like, halfway, like, before she starts talking about her kid.
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its
Hear it?
misery?
Shortly after dying animal.
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery?
Hey there, Cherry. Welcome back. It's a gaming day today. We're playing Home Safety Hotlines DLC.
I think Betty's cat is on the prowl. I need someone to come put that beast down. First, Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting this week, and now it seems her cat is on the loose again, leaving its disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches.
Please hold.
All right, where's that Yule cat? So, missing clothes or neighbors lines up with Yule cat. But various textiles and fabrics. So Betty is missing. And it's feathers, but... Are feathers aren't a textile. Trash gnomes get inside. Yule Men and Yule Cats, the Ogress then is... I can't remember if it's like a variation of Baba Yaga or something like that, that the Yule Men are a like sub-minion of Yule Men and Yule Cat. Like a sub-myth. Shaking. Markings. No. Singing, missing neighbors, large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. That's false carolers. The cat is a misdirect. So we don't have indications of singing, but missing neighbor and piles of feathers around at the doorstep is the sign for that one. That is what indicated that to me. And it appears to have been correct.
I think there's some kind of mold problem in our house. I keep finding this nasty kind of thick slime residue near the air vent. And I think it's scaring the
That's
pets.
one of the new creatures.
Our poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside yet, so I need this fixed as soon as possible.
Please hold.
Thick slime near the air vent. Semi-solid humanoid creature vaguely resembling a pale human woman, known for slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Slimy, semi-translucent substances near openings such as doors, windows, air ducts, and chimneys. Just got an air vent there. Can be hazardous because they steal warmth, and if they steal enough, it'll freeze you to death. Let's see if there's a misdirect in there, but this sounds on target. Okay. Okay. See, some of these are more spot on, but...
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
Please hold.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
When there's an audio cue, it will be the same audio hidden in there. I feel like calling the local helpline. I get the feeling we don't have teleporters, so you're kind of hosed if you can, if you're hearing it coming.
Doctors told me to call here. I think I caught some kind of dog disease. My neighbor's freak dog sneezed on me or something, and now it's growing on me. I can feel it underneath my skin, this horrid little bump forming. It's hurting very badly. Please, can you tell me what to do?
I think this is Red Nose.
Please hold.
Seasonal illness, a red berry-like growth emerging from your mammal's nose. commonly occurring in wild animals, but can be transferred to humans via spores that release when it's blossomed. So he's calling out his neighbor's freak dog. So there's something about the dog that is, supposedly abnormal. And it's hurting, so it's painful during the growth stage. So I think we got red nose. We got red nose.
Someone is coming into my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
Okay, let's see. Squeaking sound. Cameras are out. Stolen clothing. Windows, stolen food, clattering or giggling, missing pets or children. Okay, no. Hissing, growling, large paw prints, so probably no. This thing eats textiles, so it would eat clothing. Need a thief creature, too. Definitely not the ogress because it's destructive. Banging from the laundry, but not. Since it's stealing something, we have... It wouldn't be like a hob, because hobs clean things. Wouldn't be a boggart. Clattering noises, missing or stolen household objects. The camera's breaking might just be a secondary thing, like a coincidence. Animation sounds plausible. The horde would be causing a massive mess. Broken floorboards. It's not going to be the warlock. I get the idea that the Twilight is a, what's coming. Wait, Troll. Troll steal clothes. And it's a squeaking sound, but... Okay, Troll is a possibility because of the clothes theft. And a squeaking or something. Alright, we're going with Troll. Troll in an indeterminate, like, clothes theft, indeterminate sound. Okay. Because he wasn't clear on the sound, and we have nothing that would have messed with cameras. Okay. 87.5. Good enough. Undersoil check. I don't know if you've heard already, but the pest control department has been panicking and sending out vans all morning. I think something big might be going down. I know you have a lot on your plate, so I figured I'd give you a heads up. So happy Christmas Eve. Hope you've been good this year. Alright, so... Twilight report of today. Phenomenon sighted across North Dakota at approximately 0200. Estimated proximity is around 50,000 miles. So it was initially 300, then 100, now 50. 50. Within active feeding range. Okay, this is the Twilight then. Moderate to high. Cheer levels should be closely monitored. Feeds off things like human suffering.
Hudson here, HSH Pest Control. Listen up. The Mouse King is loose, and it's our understanding he means to stir up trouble of the Yuletide variety. My boys are working around the clock to find him and stop him in his tracks before things get too hairy, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Little things, if you get my meaning. If you hear anything strange, let us know as soon as you can. There's new data coming your way. Read it carefully. Keep those eyes peeled. Hudson out.
A bell snickle. Pine-based life form. Break-ins, berry sap, pine needles, and scratches are dead pets.
We need someone to come check our house for damage. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something with the police. So I'm fairly sure whatever happened must have been enough to damage our property.
Okay. Neighbors had some sort of problem, earthquake-like
Please
symptoms.
hold.
Segmented train-like organism that can only be seen by aminals. Animals and human children. Appear at night after the 21st, which it is after the 21st. Report floor rumbling at night, distant whistling, and snow falling in strange patterns, or missing children. Okay. So, them crying about to the police might be missing child. And the floor shaking might have been the thing passing. Hello, Sky. Sky has come down from the cat tree and requested some attention. Let's see, Wild Hunt. No, just the hunt. Storm-like fungal weather phenomenon carrying with it large quantities of infectious snow-like spores. Thunder, blizzard, electrical outages, and violent or erratic behavior from neighbors. The Mouse King. Okay, so in the prior one, there was the concept of intelligent mice. And to my understanding, based on reading the art book that they give you at the end of the game, you are transformed into a mouse if you fail. And there's also a kind of incoherent prior employee where it implies that they were turned into a mouse. So I'm wondering if this is a prior employee leading a rebellion. Not that. Saint and Sinner. Saint Nicholas and I can't remember what it's called. The European folklore secondary one. The evil one with a whip that steals children. I'm gonna say that train thing. What's it called? Prior to the hunt, wasn't it? The locomotive. Okay. Come on. I logicked this all out and everything. Okay. There's a, like, sinkhole style ones that are this is probably a misdirect for. Because the guy is just calling out, like, earthquake-style symptoms. But the call-out about the crying parents the next day, I think, is the indicator that it was the locomotive. The combo, that is.
The information we received was useless. Now nearly everyone in my family is sick, thanks to you. Merry Christmas, indeed.
That was the one that we thought it was one of the types of wisp, like a frost one or something. Frost wisp. It apparently was not. It's a new draft, and they were worried about getting sick.
I have been robbed. Someone broke into my house and completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets last night. There's wine all over my floors, discarded milk jugs. It's absolutely disgusting. I demand a refund for this useless home security package you people sold me. It's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact.
Okay. Broke in, cleaned out the food and cabinets, wine and milk on the floor, and they could hear them laughing. I think Yuleman.
Please hold.
Let me look at that. Broken windows, stolen food, clattering and giggling. It's the milk and whatnot is a bit of extra that we need to account for. The milk and the wine are extra details. Might just be, again, extra information to muddy the water. Be the cat. Wine Sprite is only drinking wine, and it would have bet they have to account for, like, the insect behavior. It's a thing. The Krampus, that's what I was thinking. The Krampus. Bipedal goat-like creature known for breaking into homes and devouring human children. Hooves, missing children. Birchta is a thing. Mouse behavior. I'm gonna say Yuleman. I think the real world equivalent, the real world mythology equivalent is like the Yule Boys or something like that. Again, it's some sort of like witch-like entity that they serve. That's why I mentioned children that have caught the attention of the ogress. There are the Yule Boys and the Yule Cat are things that are sent out to punish children, essentially. The Yule Boys having a whole variety of things that they do.
It's in the ceiling. It's in my coffee. God, it's in the wallpaper. Oh, please, make it go away. Make this godforsaken demon go away.
Okay. There's the implication that it's a thing, and he's seeing it in a variety of places, like images. So
Please
let's
hold.
1 second here. Yule goat. Citing shapes of goats throughout the house and imagined sounds of bleedings. Paranoia or sleep deprivation. Careless household accidents. So, they indicate right here, it's appearing in toast. And then they call out that it's the shapes of goats throughout the house. So, in his cornflakes, on the ceiling, on the wallpaper. Hey.
It's in my cornflakes. It's in the ceiling. wallpaper. Please, make it go away.
Okay, it's imagined sounds of bleeding, but you'll go. Yeah. So I get the impression that she is the one that Rebecca gets called in to handle things during the incoming that incoming phenomenon, the one that feeds on human suffering.
Everything is sinking! Please, send help!
Please hold.
Everything is sinking! Please, send help!
Slightly different sound. The sound is slightly different. Shaking, thunderous sounds. Let's say avalanche. Okay. I had to check a couple of other things to make sure I wasn't missing a better match to the sound. The last avalanche, it was a mirror. It was the exact same sound.
Hudson here. Pay attention. I've got word from the boys that the Mouse King was last seen wearing a disguise. I repeat, the Mouse King has gone incognito. Be on the lookout for any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. Hudson out.
But it'll still be a mouse, right? Like, it's a disguised mouse, right? It really seems like an ex-employee revolt.
Hey, I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor wooden floors are scratched to hell and back, and there's a bunch of sap and needles and stuff littered around the place. Please,
Belsnickel.
send somebody over to find this thing and get it the hell out of my place. Hey, sit quiet, boy. Sit down. Hey.
So, scratched floor, sap and pine needles, and stuff. Very aggravated pet. Human-shaped, pine-based life form known to visit on winter nights adorned with animal furs and a wooden mask bearing a friendly visage. Homeowners experiencing a Belsnickel often report break-ins, finding berries, sap, pine needles, or scratch marks on the floor or dead pets. From which they attempt to acquire pelts. The berries they occasionally leave behind are both safe to eat and delicious. Think Belsnickel. They do a decent job with the critter images. guy is getting chin scratches.
Please, you have to help me. I think my husband has joined some kind of cult. He's not acting like himself lately, and I found what looked like satanic symbols in the attic, along with what looked like a scarecrow in the center.
Okay, there's one called a Hans. Okay, I can't have you lay all the way across the mouse sky. A husk of clothes, rags, and straw, known for sneaking into humans' into the domains of affluent, wealthy, and fortunate. Symptoms such as appearance of strange markings, faint sounds of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. Mid-acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behaviors such as murder, debauchery, or arson. It's the scarecrow, the markings, and the change in behavior. Should quickly evacuate any home suspected of Han's occupation. Should a family member or loved one be successfully occupied by a Hans, it is advised to contact the pest control services immediately. So, pest control is a field operative.
Our house is falling apart. The floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing properly, and nothing is draining anymore. Something very strange is happening, and I suspect it has something to do with my neighbor's renovation project. I've been seeing people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property?
Okay,
Please hold.
so sinking foundations is an obvious choice for that, but there's one called it's like a cloche or a cloche. Cloche is like a type of bag, I think. But anyway, large circular stone formations that appear around homes during winters. Homeowners with one often report clear skies and a feeling of instability and sinking. The ground in the center of the formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing them from leaving. Seek the aid of the ones conducting it, bringing either an offer of gold or firstborn children. I think it's this stone formation, as opposed to the sinking foundation. Yeah. It is a thing you do to people, not just a phenomenon. It is an act.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Derricksons. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsing pieces on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
Okay. It's a gingerbread house. I presume. So, Grand Gingerbread Master Award. And they made a gingerbread post office with post person. With so the whole house was gone, and the human figure in gingerbread was in pieces in the yard right next to a big hole with the burned remains of the post office inside.
Please hold.
Weird. I mean, of course weird, but... check these warlocks. We never got the warlock in the prior one. Oh. Warlock could be related to earth shaking and like foundation damage and the like. And they can apparently cause avalanches. Interesting. Warlock Remnant is like a poltergeist. Actual creature. This thing just roots around in the trash. So a burned gingerbread house. The Pine Sprite is a possibility. Was a possibility with the Bell Snickle, but it lacks scratches. Ah, okay. This was the tree one. It's not that. I wonder if this could be a Mouse King. Because it says heist, so they got in, they stole the thing, and burned it. Motive, not a laundry gnome or a lamp sprite. Kobolds can break the floorboards, but it's out in the yard that it happened. The horde would be a massive mess. Gift tag is largely benevolent. Wouldn't be dwarves. Dwarves are like subterranean dwellers that make a lot of noise. The elves would be related to a party where there was like headaches and the like. I'm gonna do a bit of a wild guess and say it was a Mouse King operation here. Nope. I don't know which one would do that.
sure who else to call about this, but, something very weird is going on in our neighborhood. Some strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbors' doors carrying some kind of paper or notes. He hasn't come to my house yet, but I'm very afraid of what they might be up to. Pepper, stop scratching the door. He's going to think we're home.
Okay, Cat is reacting to its presence. It's coming to the door, describing it as being in a coat and mask.
Please hold.
Pale horse-like creature would be the saint. Trench coat and Halloween mask. Carrying papers or a paper or a note. Okay. Again, I'm gonna guess Mouse King again. Remember, he's in disguise. I just want to guess Mouse King. I want it to be Mouse King. It was the Mouse King. Bunch of mice in a trench coat. Very nice. Oh. Clattering noises at night, missing or stolen household objects. They collapse after they completed their function.
Someone to change out our locks. My mother-in-law has finally gone far enough, and I've had it with her. I don't know how, but I think she's managed to get a copy of my key to come in and leave these creepy little dolls for my kids at night.
Gift
I
hat.
saw that old bag myself on the security camera. It's a bit fuzzy, but I can make out those crony old arms of hers.
Please hold.
Comes in through the chimney. That's why the locks aren't going to help. But she leaves crude dolls in similar. Makeshift dolls, wooden idols, or small sharp twigs and rocks. I'll take 90% accuracy. I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, it was animation. So, okay, there's only some of them that I think are kind of bad so far. Quality has picked back up. Don't worry about interrupting or anything if you want to chat or anything like that, folks. It's okay. This does not seem to be a time-limited game. Let's see. Today's was at 0600. It's 10,000 miles away, so it's covered 40,000 this time. Increased levels of cheer spreading is highly advised. What are you doing here on Christmas, dog? Unfortunately, we both know why. I'm sorry, this always falls on your plate, Becca. Especially with the extra madness going on at Pest Control this year. Today's going to be a rough one. See you in tomorrow, dude. We'll all have you to thank for this past year. Click.
Hudson here. We almost had him, but that little royal pain has given us the slip. He was last seen hightailing it towards the head office with his swarm in tow. I repeat, you have a whole gaggle of mice coming your way. My boys are coming in to break the walls down. We're gonna seize the king no matter what. Tell your buddies up at IT they're gonna have plenty of work ahead of them tomorrow. That's how it has to be. Hudson out.
Okay, we could get interference.
Greetings, Rebecca. I'm certain that you've seen the skies today. The light's gaze has fallen upon us. I'm calling to wish you and the rest of the caller response team the best of fortunes. I know I need not remind thee that this day is one of great import, and is to be treated with the utmost gravity. Spread much merriment, and cheer to all you can, and I hope to see you all on the morrow.
So, the light's gaze has fallen upon us. She says, good luck. But what you do, like, good luck. I hope you survive. Remember what you're doing is important. Called the Twilight. That's what's coming. It's if there's enough for it to feed on when it arrives, it stays and eats everything.
Hooligan has broken into our house. I heard them fiddling around last night with God knows what and came downstairs to find they disappeared. They even drank all the milk we left out for Santa. Thankfully, my kids are none the wiser.
Please hold.
Okay, Christmas hating hooligan broke into the house, fiddling around. Okay, we just know that it came into the house, they could hear it moving around, and it drank the milk. Wouldn't have been the sinner. Hey there, Laura. Be the saint. Once we wrap up here, Laura, I'll be down to try that out with you. Comes into the house, messes around, takes food. But it didn't trash the place like the Yule Men would. Be the white. The white is a hostile entity, like it would have attacked people. Trash gnomes make a bigger mess. It was not a zombie or a skeleton. Yeah, that would have included, like, misbehaviors. Mouse King is headed this way. It's unlikely to be the Mouse King again. But it's possible. They did get a cute little mouse picture for the Mouse King. He was last seen disguised in a trench coat with a Halloween mask. Bunch of mice in a trench coat. There would be damaged floors if it was kobolds. Different problems with a Hans. Hey there, Levi. How you doing? Oh, Elves was the one where the lady was concerned about being sick since her last party. Elves can make people sick. We're trying to figure out what drank this lady's milk. Boggarts can wreck stuff. It's the milk means it can't have been like a hob or something like that. They don't drink milk. Is more of a dangerous one. Troll steal clothing. Be a Yule cat or goat, and again, the Yule men would cause more damage than just drinking the milk. Okay. Mouse King, guess again. I feel like this is wrong, though. It's wrong. And I would like to know the correct answer. I wonder if we can get that. You troublemaker. This guy's chirping at me again.
Is it normal for a Northern Lights to show up in broad daylight for us folks in Texas? This guy's been looking real strange all day. Could a power plant be leaking nearby or something? Looks like this guy went all radioactive, if you know what I mean.
Please hold.
Yeah, you're gonna die. I think it's the Twilight. I'm sorry, sir, but the Northern Lights are going to eat your brain now. The ring was weird.
They tried taking my baby! I boarded everything up. But I think I made them mad. something coming from the mountains. Listen to this. You have to help me.
Okay, tried taking the child, made them mad. I heard something coming.
Please
This
hold.
could be the ogress. Oh, come on. Ah. Ogress, I guess. Ogress will send the Yule Men out, and the Yule Men might try to steal children. So she might show up. There we go. I think it's extra history or extra mythology or something like that. Has something on like the Yule Lads. They all, each of the 13 or so, have a very specific bit of mischief that they get up to. Yeah, the Mouse King, Tess.
In our house! I saw it hide behind our couch. It's hideous! Come and get this little thing out of our house this instant! Ah!
I wonder what it was that took the milk.
There's a nudist in our neighborhood. I contacted the authorities about this pervert crisis, but they told me to call
Pervert
you
crisis.
instead. Last night, I saw my neighbor darting through the neighborhood completely in the nude. The pervert looked like he was terrified of being caught, as he's right to be. I need you to send someone over to arrest this nuisance right now.
Okay,
Please
he's doing
hold.
something that he doesn't want to do necessarily. Again, we could have a Hans situation here. Commit X, they do not condone. So let's keep that one in mind. Since this is a neighbor calling, we don't know any of the rest of the symptoms. We don't only know that it is a that a neighbor has seen someone running through the neighborhood nude, somebody they recognize, looked like he was terrified of being caught. So it could be that there's something chasing him. We know Yule Cat is something that might be a risk here. Dyed of fabric can prove quite hazardous to clothed homeowners if caught in their path, and due to their size and speed, most human adults and children will not survive these sorts of encounters. So that's one possibility, but given what it says, if it was chasing him, she would probably have seen it. Trolls usually break in to steal clothes. But they're not intrinsically violent. Like, they don't go after people. Hookahs aren't clothes thieves. Ah, Advised to deliver these fabrics completely unclothed. Let's try Yule Cat. Good call, Tass. Good call. That was a good reminder. That may be one of the reasons I've missed some of these things. Not paying sufficient attention to all of it.
Oh, thank God you answered. I don't know how long we have before the power goes out again. But please, you have to send somebody out here. I'm at 451 Grover Lane. The storm is bad. It's really, really bad. And my mom got caught in a storm on her walk, and now she's in pain. I didn't know who else to call. What do I do?
Okay, really bad storm. Mom got caught in the storm and is in pain.
Please hold.
So let's check one. I think it's called The Hunt. Oh. Okay, so The Hunt looks like a storm. I think it can mess with electrical. It's actually spores. Oh, we have to guess. Network error. Hey, it's right. So the Mouse King rallied his minions and is returning to the call center. And they said they're going to have to, like, break down walls to get to him.
I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Please hold.
Listen a moment here.
We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Okay. Can anybody else hear a voice in the background of this?
We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Okay, so avalanche or earthquake. But, and it probably won't let us see this, but a mountain warlock can cause avalanches. Okay, here we go. Elderly human known to lie dormant in their high elevation mountains until the winter solstice. Upon waking, thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles. If they're affected by a mountain warlock, echoes, rumbling, shaking, or potentially avalanches. Right there. This is like the fairy feast in the base game. It's the symptoms they're describing at the surface level are trash gnome, but they also mention symptoms of a fey feast, and the fey feast attracted the trash gnome.
Happening outside our house. The sky looks all green, and I have a bad feeling about it. A real bad feeling.
Once again, the twilight. Severe existential threat to all living things so long as it finds sufficient feeding material. Its hunger should avoid being sated at all costs. It's do not let it get to unhappy people on the reg.
Just the other night, while it was raging outside, some prankster with a death wish came to our door and just absolutely hammered on it and left before I could answer. This kid left some kind of weird-looking orb on our porch, so I put it into the trash. Probably some kind of spy camera to case the joint with.
So, out in the snow, left a orb on the porch. So, we don't have any indication. Let's put them on hold.
Please hold.
We don't have any indication that there were cold spots or anything like that. So I think the orb is a misdirect for a frostbite sprite, which takes the appearance, or frost wisp. Frost wisps, a semi-transparent crystallized orb. But it's shivering sensations, chill in the air, lingering thoughts of mortality. And risk of frostbite, that kind of thing. But there's the saint. Bearded elderly human adorned in thick robes, seen riding a pale horse, known for traveling through snowstorms at night and leaving strange artifacts on the doorsteps. And homeowners can simply remove the gifts from their doorsteps and burn them outdoors to prevent accidental acceptance. It's if you accept it, you experience good fortune and luck for 30 years, and after 30 years, he'll be back to collect payment. I think it's the saint. It is. Yeah, well, he would have to go burn it. If anybody got to it and messed with it or took it, then it's already triggered. Sorry. Sounds like a white. Okay, wait a minute.
Please hold.
So we have antler growths. Okay, trying to bite people implies to me a white. Which we can't see. But it's the reindeer headpiece. I have to go out on a limb. I haven't read either of those articles extensively enough. I'm going to say antler growth because of the stupid little headpiece. I wonder if that is a rabid behavior is a symptom of antler growth. It was. Hey. Wild guesses for the win. The network is down because they're breaking into the walls to try to hunt down the Mouse King.
Hello? Are the lines still open? We just spent the night in our bunker during last night's storm, and it sounds like a
In
ghost
our
town out
bunker?
there. It's dead silent, save for the sound of some wandering souls coughing their lungs out. Did the commies drop a deuce on us? Please confirm. Over and out.
I mean, I guess it is 96, so... Okay, so we have...
Hold.
Let's look at antler growths real quick here. Growing tall, antler-like arrangements, most often seen growing on decomposed humans or mammals. Not hazardous on their own, but the movements they induce in their chosen host can often result in hazardous behavior towards living creatures in its vicinity, such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. Yep. Wandering soul coughing. Sound of coughing. In the storm, no less. Let's look at the sinner real quick here. Chains, hooves, missing children, nothing about sounds. Oh, yeah. Listen to this one. The sinner will not enter homes of those with a gift from the saint on their doorstep. As such, it is highly advised don't remove it from the gifts on the night of the snowstorm. You leave it, and then in the morning, you take it into the yard to burn it. Oopsie doopsie. The Krampus is going to kill you. What would it be? Okay. Mishap and former humans exposed to the hunt. Oh, here we go. Wild, unpredictable, violent behavior. Homeowners experiencing whites often report the sounds of gurgling, coughing, or hacking. The hunt being that spore snowstorm. And it was during a storm. Whites generally have very short lifespans and will often perish on their own, usually within 48 hours from medical disadvantages granted to them by their particular bodily configurations. More persistent whites can be removed with the use of any nearby sharp implements, licensed firearms, or through pest control services. Standard zombie procedure.
What's happened to my husband? I came home from a trip and... Oh, God! It's horrible! The police won't do anything. Please, send someone. What kind of sick person would do something like this? There's so much blood. And straw. So much straw.
Okay.
Please hold.
Okay. So the Hans is like a scarecrow thing, and there'd be straw, but he didn't mention any other symptoms that we can work from aside from the straw. Wouldn't be any of the sprites or wisps. Not a troll or like trash gnomes or anything. So the Hans is a... Yeah. He's saying somebody's dead. I don't recall the Perchta. There's a lot that it leaves around, but I don't recall what it would do to people. The Hans will make people violent, but it doesn't kill them itself. It kind of makes them do things that they wouldn't normally do. And the Hans doesn't like spread straw around. It is just a scarecrow-looking things. No, the Hans will make people do stuff. It'll show up, it'll make things like, it'll put symbols around the place. And people afflicted, people in the household can start doing things they normally wouldn't, doing things that they don't consider good. Like acting very out of character, essentially. The mare, nothing's freezing, so it's not a Lucy. Again, wild guess. Oh, wait. What's your thought? It's the blood and straw, though. Oh. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. I don't know another one that this would work on. No. Okay, I want to see what this one is. I remember this one being dangerous if it gets inside kind of stuff. But I only, got to skim this before the calls started when it showed up.
The lights, they're so beautiful, yet I feel so empty. So empty.
Please hold.
Okay, wouldn't have been a percha. It doesn't matter on that front. Okay, this is light, so we really want to look at wisps. Hey there, no. This one would be, let's see, it'd be like motivation or fear for those. Dreams and appetites. If they're afflicted, they report cravings for sweets. Dreams of dancing orbs and malnourishment. Sugar Wisp is compelling here. Because we do have, the idea of pretty things. But this doesn't specifically say lights. And he's saying empty. That doesn't necessarily mean hungry. But we do need... This could be... This Night Gnome is just a stalker. Not the Mouse King. Memory Wisp steals faces. Memory of faces. Lamp Sprite would be flickering light, smell of burning, that kind of thing. House is not on fire. He's not saying it's cold. He's not been murdered. He isn't turning into a flower. He's not having a party. He's not doomed to some sort of inevitable fate. His house isn't sinking. It's not sleep related. No dust from the attics. I'm thinking Sugar Wisp. Some more stuff. It still could have been Time Wisp. Yeah, candlelight lights. I know, right, Tass? We have people in imminent threat of being devoured by the Northern Lights.
She's gone! The police won't do anything, please! You have to help me find Greta! Last night someone broke into the house and took my baby! By the time I got to her, it was too late! I saw them jump out the window! I think they might have been an escaped prisoner or something! They were carrying chains!
It's the not Krampus. The sinner.
Please hold.
Chains, steals children, breaks in, steals children.
I think there's something wrong with our heating system. We have all the windows open right now because we're just boiling alive. I've gone to the basement to manually turn off the heater, but somehow it keeps getting turned back
Dwarfs.
on and cranked up way too high.
Please hold.
Rock-like creatures living underground, so down there with the gone to the basement. So we don't have an indication of noise, but like insects, rock, soil, they can cause foundational problems. But it's the increased heat in their homes. There's pretty much nothing else that I can recall that will turn up the heat. Dissuaded from tunneling in by putting things like mistletoe or rattles in the around the cellar. All right. The only real clue for them was the heat. As we didn't hear anything about the noise, haha, and they didn't say anything about the burrowing.
Why did you send me this? Why won't anyone just help me? I can't bear to look at my husband like this. I can't bear it.
False carolers will take people. They're like birdmen in the night that kind of pseudo-sing.
They're getting closer. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can feel it. It's coming for us. For all of
Once
us.
again, the twilight.
Please hold.
Here, we'll show you false carolers. Don't know if they had anything that was straw. I know they'll leave feathers. Yeah, clumps of feathers.
First off, you're welcome. Me and the boys had to make quite a mess to do it, but we finally done it. Yeah, that's right. We got you, Your Majesty. The rest of them scattered to the winds as soon as we captured their not-so-mighty leader. Spread the good news around the office and maybe call the IT department, some carpenters, and a plumber as soon as you can. Pretty sure that pipe is gonna burst one way or another anyway. Happy Yuletide season's greetings. Hudson out.
You weren't here for it. I think the intelligent mouse is an ex-employee who kind of rallied the other ones. The Mouse King. But yeah, false caroler. Or like homicidal bird people.
You have worked the miracle once again, Rebecca. Thanks to you, the Lights Watch has passed over us once again. You are truly a lifesaver. As a friendly reminder, the office Christmas party begins on the morrow, so we had best see you there. May the Yule shine upon thee and be ever merry, Rebecca.
So this is another aspect. They have their kind of ritual induction into sort of the kind of the know, where you become, like, management is populated by Fae as well as other things. If you fail, they turn you into a mouse that is smarter than normal. And then we also have, around Christmas time, there is a horrifying, like, light that will devour people if they're not happy enough. And we have to make sure people stay content. Here, muting the music just in case. It is a classic, like, Christmas music playing, which makes me intent to keep it muted even more. Effectively, Laura, it looks like the Northern Lights, you know? Oh, that thing that he was holding in front of the camera is one of the hobs right there. The figure that they used for a hob. Nice. Okay, there were some of them early on that were kind of bad. The little puzzles, because they gave you next to no information to work from. But they stayed about as usual. Overall, I would have to say, if you want to play this game, play the base game. The expansion, I don't think, is really worth it. You get more out of the base one. There's possibly something we missed, but, you know. Now, let's see. I will root around and find... I want to play another one of those Spot the Difference games, and I've still got at least one that we haven't played. It's one of the ones where it's akin to that train one where we played, where you have to turn back if something's different kind of stuff. So we'll see how that one goes. But the next stream is probably going to be a coding stream. We'll try to keep that sort of A-B pattern going if we can. We'll see. But I hope everybody had a good time tonight. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, remember to like, follow, subscribe, push all the good buttons. It helps the channel grow. With all that said, I hope the rest of your day is good, and I will see you next time.